जब मैं 5th स्टैंडर्ड में थी, मेरे फादर ने एक करियर मूव ली, because of which we had to shift from a city to a very very small remote town in Madhya Pradesh called Guna. That is where I have spent most of my childhood. It's a very small township with less than 1,000 people living in. There was nothing inside. कोई shops नहीं, कोई restaurants नहीं. If we wanted to eat out or buy something for ourselves, we literally had to take a car, travel 3 hours to the nearest city, which was Bhopal, and get our stuff. There was just one school, no tuition, no coaching classes. So as you can imagine, 10 साल तक वही मेरी दुनिया थी. I was totally cut off from the outside world, and of course internet भी उस time पे इतना नहीं था that you can Google out stuff. I was good at studies, not just in academics but also in some of the extracurriculars that we did. Pretty much excelled at everything, and that was because there was no competition. It was a very typical big fish in a small pond situation. उस टाइम पे अगर मेरे से कोई पूछता कि 12th के बाद क्या करना है, करियर कहाँ ले जानी है, I would probably have said I want to become either a teacher or get a stable government job and be happy with it. I was happy in my own world. So naturally, when some of my distant relatives introduced me to the concept of IIT, I had no idea about it. But at the same time, it did pique my interest because I was like, ऐसी कौन सी जगह है यार जहाँ पे जाते ही लाइफ बन जाती है. तो थोड़ा पता करने की कोशिश करी आसपास वालों से, and everyone had a very hyped up picture. तो मैंने सोचा ट्राई करते हैं. Seems like a good place to be in after 12th. But how to go about it? I had no idea. From there to getting into IIT Delhi, it has been a very bumpy ride. Did not clear IIT at the first time. Had a lot of mental breakdowns. But eventually when I made it, I think that is when I got the biggest reality check of my life. The transition from being a big fish in a small pond to being a small fish in a big pond was not at all easy. This was the first time I was interacting with kids who had grown up in cities, who had so much more exposure than me. They were good at everything. They were not just good at studies, but also national level sports champions, very well spoken, beautiful personalities. And that is the first time in my life I realized the importance of access to information. But one good thing that happened after IIT was life set to nahi hui, but the journey after that became a lot more seamless. And today when I sit back and reflect, I realize that it's because of all the information access that I could get because of the platform like IIT. I mean, there was a huge alum network who were more than happy to come and share their experiences. We were seeing our seniors graduate and do great things in life. Companies were more than happy to come to the campus and share information with us. So naturally, the journey from IIT to another good institute like ISB to working in really good jobs across continents, it was not as bumpy. I had a clear roadmap in mind. I knew exactly what to do. I knew exactly who to talk to. So anyway, after ISB, a lot of students used to reach out via the alum network regarding different kind of things like when should they do an MBA, how they should go about it, etc. And while having some of those conversations, it made me realize that they are going through the same kind of confusions that I have gone through, say, 5 years back. And that's when I realized, even if I was never at the receiving end of that information, what if I provide that information? And I mean, I'm probably best placed to do that as well because number one, I have had a very conventionally sought after journey and I can provide my learnings and experiences from that journey. And not just mine, I have access to a network of other people from IIT, IIMs, ISB, who I could get on the platform and share some wisdom as well. Every day that I'm working in a management consulting or a banking firm, I'm also constantly learning and evolving myself. So I can also bring that updated and insider information. Plus, being a woman, since I have spent a lot of my time in male-dominated colleges or male-dominated industries, I really want to be a woman's voice and bring up women's issues over here as well. But most importantly, I know that people like me with similar backgrounds are probably very busy in their own lives. So if I can make a little extra effort and create content, then I can fill in a huge white space which exists and probably create impact on lakhs of youngsters. So that's my story. At Insider Gyan, we strongly believe that no one should be at a disadvantage because of the lack of information. Hence, our mission is to help students and young professionals make their career and life choices from a place of awareness. Thank you.